Good day everyone, I'm Christine Mais Bulaon together with my partner Nicosine Romero, and we are here to present our thesis with the title, The Impact of Nutritional Label Understanding and Health Awareness Among Students of Home Economics at TUP Manila, a Quantitative Correlation Study. Our thesis advisor, Professor Katrina Macaraeg, and our course facilitator, Dr. Cherpin Barbacena. The problem and its background. Introduction. Our food consumption has noticeable biochemical consequences on our bodies. We are therefore exactly what we consume, according to Leng et al. 2017. Sustainable healthy eating is a dietary pattern that promotes all aspects of the individual's health and well-being, low environment pressure and impact, accessibility, affordability, security, and equality based from FAO 2019. A person's health is vital to their existence. Making wise health decisions, preventing sickness, and preserving good health all depend on having access to health information, according to Navkiran and Sati Derbier 2021. Only those who are properly informed about healthcare services will be able to access, use, and benefit from them, which is according from Foundation for Peripheral Neuropathy of 2022. Background of the study. Nutritional knowledge is crucial for making informed decisions about what to eat, based from Mosafarian et al. 2018. It allows individuals to select food rich in essential nutrients and avoid those that may be detrimental to health, according to Harvard 2021. Knowledge empowers individuals to make choices that reduce the risk of these conditions. Additionally, for individuals with food allergies or dietary restriction, knowledge is essential for ensuring that their dietary needs are met while avoiding potential allergens or non-compliant ingredients. Statement of the problem. First is, what is the demographic profile of the respondents in terms of age, gender, year level, and monthly allowance? Second, what is the understanding of the student when it comes to nutritional label understanding in CIE at TUP Manila in terms of calorie, protein, fiber, fat content, and sugar? 3. What are the challenges that the student in CIE at TUP Manila face in health awareness in terms of taste, cost, and type of food? And lastly, is there a relationship between nutritional label understanding, health awareness among students in CIE at TUP Manila? The significance of the study. The university would have a proper knowledge about the student's state and would be able to make plans to improve the food choices of the learners. For the parents or guardians, this study would be helpful to the parents or to the guardians of the student. They would be aware why health awareness are very important. For the student, this study would be helpful to the students to know the impact of nutritional label understanding that influences health awareness among the students. And for the future researcher, this study will provide information that can help future researchers with nutritional label understanding and health awareness. Also, for the future researchers to use this research for further in-depth study about nutritional label understanding is connected to health awareness. Scope and delimitation. This study will be conducted at Technological University of the Philippines, Manila, and the respondents would be home economics students first year to fourth year, school year 2023 to 2024. The students are taught about the importance of nutrition, which is why the researcher exclude the other courses at TUP Manila and focus only on home economics students who are being offered both subjects and talk about food. The purposes of this study is to provide information regarding the impact of nutritional label understanding that influence the health awareness among students. Next is the review of related literature. A review of study, Temple NJ 2020 and Tiley et al. Of 2020 on the efficacy of FOP warning labels found that consumers perceive them to visible, credible, and easy to understand and help increase customer intent to buy healthier food, which means simply listing nutrients amount requires more interpretation and understanding by the consumers. Additionally, reason for never reading the nutritional information was affected by the participant dietary habits. The result may reflect that food label users are generally more health conscious. Consistent with our result, it shows that health-related variables were the most critical group of predictors of reading nutritional information on food labels, which is according to Gairo Canadedo et al. 2022. According to Kusuma study in 2018, the growing awareness of how to acquire knowledge is mainly due to the health acquired by consumers. Health awareness, as examined by Ching Wu Huang, plays a role in shaping consumer preferences and influencing food purchasing decisions. Clearly, determining the level of nutritional awareness and nutritional practices is the first step toward promoting the adoption of health eating habits, according to Salama and Ismail 2018. As per the research conducted by Mal CM and Osman Eb 2021, the result of this review indicate that consumer perception of healthiness should be taken into account in interventions meant to promote healthy eating. For our conceptual framework, our independent variable, first is the demographic profile, age, sex, year level, and monthly allowance. Next is the nutritional label understanding, calorie content, protein content, fiber content, fat content, and sugar. For our dependent variable, health awareness, which is taste, cost, and type of food. Research hypothesis. First is there is no significant relationship between nutritional label understanding and health awareness among students in home economics at TUP Manila, and there is significant relationship between nutritional label understanding and health awareness among students in home economics at TUP Manila.
Let's continue in methodology. The first is research design. We will use a quantitative approach and a correlational study. The research locale is TUP Manila, located at San Marcelino Street, Ayala Boulevard, Ermita, Manila, in Industrial of Education. For the sample and sampling technique, we will use random sampling according to the Thomas 2022. A simple random sampling is a randomly selected subset of the population. Population and sample. First year to fourth year student in home economics, the total of population is 170 and the sample size is 119. For the research instrument, the researcher going to use a survey questionnaire, online and in-person survey. The survey questionnaire will be distributed to the student in home economics in industrial education at TUP Manila. The researcher will use a close-ended questions and we will use a Likert scale, which will indicate strongly agree to strongly disagree. For the data gathering, the first is the researcher must first seek approval from their professor at thesis writing. Second, after approval, the researcher will send a letter to the enrolled student of CIE student if they can participate in this study, and when they sign it, they are now part of it. The researcher will develop and seek validation of the instrument formulated. The fourth, the random selection of the student for the study will be performed by the researcher. The researcher are going to use a questionnaire in which 5 Likert scale. Next, the collection of the data will involve a survey questionnaire to be distributed to the target group in order to ensure confidentiality, as well as providing clear instruction for those who wish to complete it correctly and honestly. The last, the researcher will analyze and interpret all responses from the participant as soon as they are collected. For the data analysis, the first picture, the Shapiro-Wilk test result. The p-value is equal to 0.4393 in order to calculate the significance of nutritional label understanding. The result indicates that the data is not normal. The second is the p-value is equal to 0.4399 in order to calculate the value of health awareness. The result indicates that the data is not normal. Next is for the data analysis. The first is the frequency and percentage count being utilized in describing the demographic of respondents of the home economics student from first year to fourth year level in terms of age, sex, year level, and monthly allowance. The next is the total weighted mean and standard deviation were used in describing the nutritional label understanding in health awareness among students in home economics major. The last is to measure the significance of the relationship between nutritional label understanding and health awareness among students in home economics. The researcher will use a Spearman rank correlation because based on the Shapiro-Wilk test, the result is not normal. Next, let's proceed to the presentation, analysis, and interpretation. For the demographic profile of the respondent, first, age. The student age 18 to 20 years old have 55 respondents and 46% percent. Age 21 to 23 have 62 respondents and 52%. Last is 24 and above, only 2 respondents with 2%. Next is the sex. Male have 17 respondents with 14% and female have 102 respondents with 86%. The third is year level. First year level, first year student have 36 respondents with 30%. Second year, 29 respondents with 24%. Third year student, 22 respondents with 18%. And the fourth year student have 32 respondents with 27%. The last is monthly allowance. The 500 below monthly allowance response 37 with 31%. And 1K to 2K have 29 respondents with 24%. Next is 3K to 4K have 33 responses with 28%, and the last is 5,000 or 5K and above monthly allowance, 20 responses with 17%. Next one is, this picture or table shows the weighted mean and standard deviation to evaluate the nutritional label understanding. The finding indicate that the student enrolled in the home economics major from first year to fourth year have a total mean or overall nutritional label understanding of 3.3, standard deviation is 0.74, with the verbal interpretation of strongly agree. For the health awareness, this table or picture shows the weighted mean, standard deviation. The finding indicate that the student enrolled in home economics from first to fourth year, total mean is 3.29, standard deviation is 0.74 with the verbal interpretation of strongly agree. Now let's proceed for the nutritional label and health awareness. This picture or table shows the overall result of experimental correlation of nutritional label, understanding, and health awareness among students. The correlation coefficient is 0.58 with p-value equals 0.0001 based on the legend of Spearman Rock, which means there is a strong relationship. The finding revealed that nutritional label understanding has a high significant value. The difference is considered to be extremely statistically significant between nutritional label understanding and health awareness among students first year to fourth year home economics major at TUP Manila.
Summary of findings, conclusion, and recommendations. For the profile of the respondent, in this study, the majority of the home economics respondents, which is 52%, were between the ages of 21 to 23 years old. Most respondents, which is 86%, were females. Most of them are from first year level, which is 30%, and most of the respondents, which is 31%, had a monthly allowance of less than 500 below. In nutritional label understanding, the nutritional label understanding of food choices got the highest mean of 3.39 and an standard deviation of 0.69 with the verbal interpretation of strongly agree, while the lowest get a mean of 3.07 and the SD is 0.80 with the verbal interpretation of agree. The total or overall mean is 3.30 and the SD is 0.74 with the verbal interpretation of strongly agree in nutritional label understanding. In health awareness, the health awareness of food choices got the highest mean of 3.62 and the SD of 0.69 with the verbal interpretation of strongly agree, while the lowest got a mean of 2.83 and the SD is 0.88 with the verbal interpretation of agree. The total or overall mean is 3.29 and the SD is 0.74 with the verbal interpretation of strongly agree in health awareness. The result of the significant relationship between nutritional label understanding and health awareness. Based on the findings, there was a strong significant relationship between the nutritional label understanding and the health awareness among students from first year to fourth year in home economics major at TUP Manila, which leads to rejecting the null hypothesis. In conclusion, the demographic profile of the student revealed that the majority of the respondents are aged between 21 to 23 years old. In terms of sex, are female. In the majority are from second year, and for the monthly allowance, the respondent with the highest monthly allowance are also from second year. The study indicates that the nutritional label of understanding is high. Therefore, the respondents are mostly aware of what they are eating. The study shows that the respondents' health awareness is high. This indicates that the respondents are aware of the importance of healthy living that leads them to make a healthy choice and being aware of their health that can make positive choices that leads to a better quality nutrition. The study indicates that it is important to note that both variables are closely correlated due to substantial relationship between demographic profile and health awareness. This means that there is a difference in the level of awareness of health among people with various demographic profiles. It is shown that concerning the relationship between nutritional label understanding and health awareness, rejecting of a flawed hypothesis implies a statistical significance associated with these two variables. It does also indicate that people are more likely to have high levels of health awareness as they understand the nutritional label better. To put it in another way, people's awareness of their health and the information they have when deciding what to eat are positive correlation between knowledge of nutritional labels and effective nutritional choices. For the recommendation to the students, to conduct the same study, students must first determine if their study is relevant to the students along with understanding the circumstances of the study. So, student can make a valuable contribution to understand the effect of knowledge about nutritional label and health awareness. To the teachers, implementing this recommendation, teacher will have a better chance to integrate nutritional labeling into their curricula and enable students to make informed choices for food in order to improve the school environment. For the university, they can promote it with a lively research environment through the implementation of this guideline, providing training for new researchers and contribute to more informed and healthy societies. And to the school administration, it can contribute to promoting health eating choices in school as well as encourage researcher or this research on nutritional labeling and health awareness through the assistance of the school administration. And these are our references.